Welcome to Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, Living the Dream, a show that celebrates ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Hear what motivated them to attain their goals, see which circumstances molded their character and turned them into everyday heroes. Learn more about this show and the hosts for Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod TV and radio on Facebook. Now here are your hosts, the Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos and Lori Boyle.
Welcome to Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod. We have a great segment for you today. We are going to be doing some drinks that you, your family, your friends, your parties can enjoy. They're delicious, they're healthy, and they don't always have to have alcohol. So the first one that we're going to do today, as you can see with all these ingredients, is going to be the Bloody Housewife. But you can also have the Virgin Housewife, and the Virgin Housewife simply does not have the alcohol in it. It's going to be healthy and your kids will love it. It's also a great breakfast drink. You know, the Bloody Mary, which this is kind of a relative of, is used for many things, including helping you get over the hangover from the night before. Well, our Virgin Housewife can do the same thing. So to start with, I'm going to introduce you to the ingredients we're going to be using. When we make it a Bloody Housewife, we are going to be using a good vodka. And if you can get an organic vodka, there's Rain, there's Square, there are quite a few different ones. I'm going to actually be using Kettle One vodka, one of my favorites. Our next ingredient is V8 juice. And the reason I'm using this particular V8 juice is because it's lower in sodium. And the reason I want it lower in sodium is because, and you'll see it right here, fresh, new look, but it's also lower in sodium. And low sodium. We're going to be adding some salt that we want to add that's flavored. So we don't want to be swimming in salt because it's going to make us blow up like pufferfish. Our next ingredient is going to be dill. And you can get this type of dill at the grocery store. And it lasts forever in your refrigerator. You can use it on fish. You can use it in your drinks. You can use it anytime you need fresh dill.
I've never seen that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see that?
Sure. It comes. You can also get. You can get parsley. You can get chives. You can get lemongrass. And so when you're cooking, rather than chopping dill, fresh dill, which goes bad quickly if you're aware
Right.
of it, you know, it doesn't last that long. This will last a very long time.
Do you put it in the refrigerator?
Put it in the refrigerator, and we'll be using, you know, another one here. But yeah, you keep it in the refrigerator because it will spoil. Mm-hmm. But it's delicious, and it just, oh, it's alive! It's alive! It smells great. It smells just like dill.
Yeah, it does.
So we're going to leave the top off of this because our dill is really getting into the show. The next ingredient is going to be smoked sea salt, which is really going to give this drink a delicious flavor. And that's why we want the low sodium. If we already have full sodium in the V8, when we add extra sodium to it, it's going to be too much. So get your low sodium. You can add or not. And of course, pepper. And I love fresh cracked pepper. Delicious. Yum. Another special one in our Bloody Housewife is the white wine Worcestershire sauce. There are a number of different Worcestershire sauces. This is my favorite for this drink because the white wine just gives it a delicious flavor. And then, of course, we have our Tabasco for that little kick you need to get you going in the morning. Little Tabasco sauce. And we cannot have a Bloody Housewife without our fresh horseradish. Get it in a jar. You can also get the horseradish in these same little containers. if you find that you like them. So we're going to be using fresh horseradish. We're going to add a little bit of garlic. And so I've actually had people say, well, you know, with all of this, the only thing missing is the eggs. Honey, if you want to, you can add one. Okay, a little lemon juice. So I have the lemons here. And one of the things we're going to do with the lemon is rim our glasses, because with this Bloody Housewife, we're going to rim our glasses with Old Bay, but this Old Bay is a little different than the Old Bay that you're probably used to cooking with. This one is blackened, and the flavor is incredible. If you cook fish and you use Old Bay on your fish, try this one. Just it's you know, McCormick or you know, you find it in any of the stores. People just really don't know what it is. It's just blackened Old Bay. So then we have all our ingredients. And here's another thing. Don't put your alcohol in until the end. Why? You can control your alcohol. Some people only want 1 shot. Some people want 2 shots. Some people want none at all. You can make everybody happy by controlling the amount of alcohol you put in. Okay? So save that for the end. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is add our V8. And of course, I washed these in the dishwasher and steamed them so that they'd be really clean. And so the other thing that I'm going to do that is a bit tricky with this is I am not adding ice to this. And I'm not adding ice for a reason. I don't want to dilute it too much. And so I'm going to add my V8, maybe. I may need a couple of these drinks just to get it working. All right, so I'm going to add my V8. And, you know, I am so used to eyeballing everything that I don't need to measure it out. But we are going to have the recipe for you so that you'll know exactly what the measurements are. The next thing I'm going to do is add the fresh dill, which is already excited about going into this. And it's, there it goes. Yes. All right, and then you just put your little cap back on and boom.
So done. That was 4 ounces of the low sodium V8. Mm-hmm. And then the, what did we have here?
1
the fresh
teaspoon.
Dill, just 1 teaspoon.
Just 1 teaspoon. You
That's
don't want to
need.
overpower. You just want, you want this to be a beautiful chorus of tastes. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit of the ground black pepper and the white pepper. And
so
again,
that's a 1/4 teaspoon of both?
Of both, okay. Yes. Again, you don't want too much. And what we would like to do is be able to get the top off. I find that always a challenge on this. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about right with this. And you can add more when you're done. You can add it to the top to make it look really nice. You're not going to see the salt quite as much, but smell the salt.
Oh, yeah.
This salt
is
smoky. It's delicious in here.
It smells really good. You know, I've never had a Bloody Housewife before, so...
It's like a whole meal. All right.
I guess so.
So then with the Worcestershire, it's just a couple of dashes, like dashing through the snow. Okay, same thing. The first thing you want to do, though, because this is organic, I'm going to shake it a little bit because it will separate. Okay, and then 1 dash, 2 dash, done. Same with our Tabasco. 2 little dashes. Give it a good shake first, okay? And then we're just going to do a couple little dashes. 1 dash, 2 dash. You notice I still don't have any ice in here. Now we're going to add the horseradish. And this is to taste. Other people can add a little bit more if they want. I'm just going to, that's enough right there. Boink. Perfect. Oh, smell that?
Mm. Oh my God.
Yeah, it'll clear your nose right out. Clear it out. All right, and then a little garlic. You want to be careful with this or everybody's got to drink it because nobody's going to be able to stand being next to somebody else. Just, that's it.
Okay.
all done. Ooh, that, this stuff is really strong.
Yeah, that is.
It's really strong.
You don't need too much of that.
All right, so now we're done with this. So here's the next part. We want to, do I have my, you know what, I think it's over there, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Now what I'm going to do is add my ice.
Okay.
Add ice. Wow, that stuff froze together really quickly. And it's really important that you mix your Bloody Housewife the way I'm going to show you how to mix it. Otherwise, all you're doing is diluting it with the ice, and you never, ever want to strain it because it's got too much great stuff in it, and you don't want that leaving. You don't want that to be caught in the strainer, so we're going to do that. You notice I also have not put the alcohol in yet, right? Okay, so here's the tricky part. That's why you want to make this before you drink another one.
Now, why do that instead of shake it?
Because when you shake it, you break up the ice cubes and it dilutes it too much.
Oh.
All right, so there we go. Now, what we're going to do is take our lemon and we're going to rim the glass. Another lemon and rim the glass. And this is the Old Bay, okay? This is the Old Bay, and we're going to just kind of, you notice you don't need much because this is pretty strong. You just want to rim the glass. You don't want to knock them over. Okay, rim the glass just a little bit.
I think it's going to be pretty spicy.
It's going to be spicy enough. You don't need to knock them over. All right, now what we're going to do, and Lori, I'm going to let you do this.
Okay.
A shot of vodka in each of these glasses. Now remember,
Okay.
our Bloody Housewife is still chilling.
That's good to know.
Now again, I tend to free pour, but that's like one shot. And we're going to add 2 shots to this because the...
2 shots per glass?
Per glass, because it's a high glass. It's not a, it's not a small glass. I would consider this, if you were going to use this size glass right here, then I would use just 1 shot. But we're going to use a tall glass, and I'll show you why.
There's more that goes in it. Whoops.
Right. Okay, so our glasses are done. Let me just kind of hold them up and show you. Okay, we have our vodka in the bottom. We have our glass rimmed. Now, we're just going to very carefully. Now, if we wanted this to be a virgin housewife, we would not add the alcohol. You see how you're much more flexible now? You spent all that time making this. Mm-hmm. If you had put the alcohol in here and you had a child who wanted one also, you'd have to make another whole one. But by waiting till the end to put the alcohol in the glass, you can have a virgin housewife, and a child can drink this. There's no alcohol in it. So now we're going to make sure that there's a couple of, might have to actually add some more ice cubes to this side.
That's okay.
Okay, Laura, you want to add some ice cubes? Sure. There's a little one. And we're still not done.
There we go, 1. They're sticking together because they're melting a little bit under the lights here.
Yeah, it's a little hot in here, so we can't wait to taste this. I think our cameramen are, that's okay, that's good. You can put those 2 together.
2 together?
Yeah,
okay,
that's good.
There's another one. There we go.
All right, good. So now we've got them in our glasses, and what we're going to do is it's garnish time.
Whoa.
Oh, and you know what we're missing? We're missing the shrimp. I don't know if we can get this out. There we go. Okay, so these are all cleaned. And people wonder, why would you put a celery in here? I'll show you. It makes a great stirrer. It makes like a spoon. But before you do that, I wanted to show you, because most people will eat these, just take a second and peel the hair off of it. I call it the hair, the strings. just make a little cut and just peel them back. I've already done it pretty much with these, so they're already done. And then you put it in here, and you're going to use it to stir.
Okay.
And because this is a housewife, a bloody housewife, we're going to add a cucumber. See how pretty that looks? And if you'd also like to, you can add a shrimp to the side of it. It's almost like a whole meal then. Just take your shrimp, put it on the side, and you'll have 3 different things on your glass. It'll be very, very attractive. Okay, so there's one there.
So it's like a drink and an appetizer all
All
in one.
in one. And everybody can walk around and eat their spoon. So here we go. In here.
And here you go.
And
one more.
One more. And now what I'm also going to do is add just a little bit of lime to the very top. It'll float on the top. Okay, a little lime. And then if you want to, you can add just another pepper and pepper. And that's it.
Looks fantastic.
You have your bloody housewife, which can also be a virgin housewife. So make sure you come back and watch us next time when we make another drink that you can have at a party and your children can share also. Until then, don't forget to add the love.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for joining Lori Boyle and Kathleen Cat O'Keefe Kanavos on Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod. Don't forget to like us on Facebook for our show updates and join us next time when we showcase more everyday heroes.